from the News Channel 5 Network and AARP. This is AARP Connected.
It's a great day to be connected. Hi, I'm Mia McNeil, and welcome to AARP Connected, a show created to share, inspire, address important issues, and empower you to choose how you live as you age. As we do each episode of AARP Connected, we will explore a topic that affects all Tennesseans, especially older adults. We'll discuss a wide range of topics on this show, from fighting fraud and helping caregivers to supporting veterans, improving brain health, and much more. And today, we're going to have a little bit of fun and learn a few new tricks in the kitchen. We've got a special guest who I know well, and he's going to talk about eating healthy and how grandparents can prepare meals with their grandchildren. But before we get into that conversation, we like to kick things off with a segment we call Things You Need to Know.
Too much salt and fats and lack of exercise aren't the only things that are bad for your heart. Here are two surprising things that can cause high blood pressure and stress to your heart muscle. Sleep apnea. When a person with sleep apnea stops breathing, the brain steps in and wakes the body up to take a breath, which is very hard on the vascular system. A common warning sign of sleep apnea is snoring. So if someone tells you that you snore loudly or gasp often while you're sleeping, it may warrant a discussion with your healthcare provider. Black licorice. Yes, black licorice made from licorice root can be a health hazard, and not just because of its sugar content. The candy contains a compound that can cause the body to hold on to lots of salt and water, thereby driving blood pressure up. Eating just 2 ounces a day for at least 2 weeks could land adults 40 and older in the hospital. For more health tips, go to aarp.org/health.
Scammers often dangle the prospect of a lavish inheritance in front of their targets, sometimes asking for an upfront fee to gain access to the money that doesn't actually exist. Here is how to avoid an inheritance scam. Ignore random emails or letters from someone claiming to be the executor of a will naming you as an heir of a long-lost relative. A telltale sign of a scam is that it contains poor grammar and misspelled words. Legitimate law firms don't ask you to pay an upfront fee in exchange for information about your share in an estate. If you think a notice might be legitimate, consult an attorney before you respond. A lawyer can help investigate your family history to see if the facts add up. Remember, never give personal or financial information to someone you don't completely trust. For more tips, go to aarp.org/fraudwatchnetwork.
And finally, AARP recently announced 5 Tennessee organizations that will receive challenge grants for projects that will improve livability in their communities. These 5 recipients were chosen from nearly 100 applications based on their ability to impact areas like public spaces, digital connection, social and inclusion, and health and economic empowerment. And here are the 5 2024 AARP Community Challenge Grant recipients in Tennessee: Mustard Seed Incorporated in Memphis, YMCA of Middle Tennessee in Nashville, the City of Pikeville, Tennessee, Community Legal Center in Memphis, and the Mooresburg Community Association. Each of these organizations will be delivering an impactful community project. Get all the details over at aarp.org/TN and find out how a worthy organization in your neighborhood can apply to receive one of next year's Community Challenge grants. Now on to our topic for today's show. One of my favorite childhood memories was making snickerdoodle cookies and brownies in the kitchen with my Aunt May Catherine at her house back in Tennessee. Memories like that never leave you. Our guest today has been sharing affordable and healthy recipes we can make with children and grandchildren, and in turn make some memories of their own. He developed his skills in his grandma's kitchen in Louisiana, and those skills took him to New York and Paris before landing in Tennessee. Chef Donald Nichols is now the executive chef at Healthy Kids and Teens in Memphis, and he has been the host of the virtual cooking series, What's Cookin' with AARP, since 2020. Welcome, Chef Donald, and thank you for connecting with us.
Thank you for having me, Miss Mill. It's my greatest joy to be here with AARP for showing the grandparents how they can eat healthy and with just a little budget. Especially you realize that 33% of the grandparents are raising their children now. And if you get in the kitchen and show your children, grandkids, how to make a wonderful dish, low income and very healthy for you, it trickles down the line.
Wonderful. So you are the executive chef of Healthy Kids and Teens. Tell me about what the organization is about and what it does and how long you've been doing that.
Okay, Healthy Kids and Teens is an organization. Is for us. We come into an outreach program for us, showing children how to exercise and for the mental health, and especially into nutrition. One of the things I like to pursue is showing the children that you have to eat healthy. You have to eat healthy. One of the things that we have a problem with, that the parents today have a problem with, everybody is hustle and bustle. Nobody's cooking at home no more. It's either pizzas or chicken fingers. Now, if you take that and have your children coming in the kitchen with you, you can show them how to make an easy, healthy meal with just a little or nothing. One of the things that I have realized with my grandmother is she used to cook meals on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And when Friday get here, it's must go. That means everything in the refrigerator that she cooked all week, she gonna make a dish Friday. and usually time is great. Usually time is great. It's many times that I was in the kitchen with my grandmother and enjoyed every bit of it. Every bit of it.
Wow. And you did mention in the kitchen with pizza and chicken. I feel seen. I'm sorry. I feel seen. I probably need to start cooking more in the kitchen. Okay, so tell me this. You are now using your skills with What's Cookin' at AARP. I'm curious about how you got into that and what do you like best about it?
What I like best about being a part of AARP too is that showing the older Americans that you don't have to sacrifice your flavors for us in your cooking. It's just right now, being older American, you have to eat in moderation. You have to eat in moderation. You can't eat a steak 5 days a week or think it's going to be a problem with your arteries. But just showing the older America is a lot of different ways that you can eat healthy. Eat more salads, take walks, for us get off the sodium. And a lot of us older Americans, a lot of sodium. You look at from the age from 45 to 64, is 70.7% of males is obese, and it's 55% of women obese from the age 45 to 64. Wow. Now you break that down, it comes out to 37.7% of men and women in the United States are obese, and we have to get a hold on that.
My goodness. So I fancy myself as wanting to be a chef. Can you give me some good meal preparation tips that all of us should know about?
One of the things that you have to realize too, when you say, okay, you're going to bake some chicken. Okay, now you're not doing anything before you get ready to prepare your meal. What you can do is pull your chicken out the day before and prep it early. I like to prep early. If I'm having a function at my home, I'm still getting prepared for a day ahead of time and have everything seasoned. Especially if you season your meat 24 hours ahead of time, all the flavors just trickle through the meat. And just cut up your vegetables. Just make the work fun. Don't make it hard. You work smart, not hard.
These are great tips. We have to take a short break, but when we come back, Chef Donald is going to help us learn how to make a wonderful mouth-watering summer salad.
Thank you.
Be right back. Welcome back to AARP Connected, and we are here in the Connected Kitchen with Chef Donald Nichols. Okay, so you told us that you were going to make us a mouth-watering salad right before the break.
Yes.
So
Yes.
tell me more about what we're going to do with this salad.
Okay, what we're going to do, I'm doing a vegetable fruit salad.
Nice.
Very healthy for you, and it's very refreshing, especially with the summertime heat coming. You want to eat very light when that heat come into your city. You talk about 100 degrees, and you don't want to be bloated or eating a burger or something, ribs or steak in the middle of the day. You know, you want to have something very light meal, very light. And this salad that I'm preparing today is very light for you. The olive oil, lime, fresh basil, and a little bit of sea salt. With the different fruits, I got strawberries, grapes, red peppers, and cucumbers. You ready to get started?
I'm ready. Let's
You
do
ready?
this
Okay,
thing.
then.
Okay.
Now, this is the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna grab a bowl. Okay. We're gonna add a little bit of red peppers to it. Add a little bit of red peppers.
Now, how do you measure this? You just kind of put it in based on what you feel?
Yes. Basically, if I look at, okay, if I have 5 people, basically I go on a knowledge. You know, I mean, I might go 4 ounces to every person. You know, I go with 3 ounces. All depends how much items that I want to put in one of my leaf lettuce right here, one of the romaine lettuce. And it's one of the things that you really want to kind of have it balanced. You want a balanced texture. You want to have the balanced flavor, because you don't want to have one item overpowering another one. You want to have it blended just right. Okay, we got the red peppers in. Now we're going to add some green grapes.
Nice.
Green grapes. Oh, very good, very good. Now how about adding some strawberries to it?
That's nice.
You want some strawberries?
I'm a fan of strawberries.
You a fan of strawberries?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That looks amazing. I want to make sure everyone else gets a chance to see it too.
Yes, it's going to be perfect. Then the cucumbers.
Nice.
Cucumbers.
Okay, okay.
One of the things that you can do with your cucumbers, if you want to do it, you can easily season your cucumbers up with a little bit of sea salt or a little bit of black pepper. And you can even get more fancy with it too. You can add some Cajun seasoning to it, a little bit of red flakes.
Cajun
to bring,
seasoning?
yes,
Okay.
to bring the flavor out.
Bring a little spice too.
Yeah, bring a little spice. You know, down in the bayou, you need a little bit of spice in it.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm gonna add a half a cup of olive oil.
Okay.
Any kind of olive oil you prefer at local supermarket. Then what I usually I go on taste, usually a couple of pinches.
Nice.
Couple of pinches. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready.
Nice.
Sure. Yes. See.
Love it.
Okay, gonna have it all. Then I have some fresh basil right here. Put a little bit of basil in it. Oh yes, yes, and it's wet too. Then the last fixture is, do not use lime juice. Do not use lime juice. Use fresh squeezed lime.
Now, why not lime juice?
Lime juice is kind of overpowering.
Okay.
And you want to use fresh. You want to go with fresh. Fresh is the best. Okay? Fresh is the best.
Love that.
Add in there.
So you're doing a good job prepping all this. What's the biggest prep mistake that, a novel chef like me would make in the kitchen?
One of the worst things that you can do is over prep.
Over prep.
Over prep.
Okay.
What I mean by that, okay, you have a dinner party for 4. Okay. You making this salad. You kind of add more and more and more and more seasoning to it. Then it's not balanced.
Oh.
Then you have a lot of food left over. Then the taste do not balance with the rest of the meal. Like with this meal right here, I would do a good pan-seared salmon, and I would make it Cajun style with a little bit of pasta on the side.
Nice.
Very good. Then you have the balance. You have the fruit, vegetable as a light salad. Then you come up with the salmon, your protein, and your pasta. It's a good blend with a nice glass of Chardonnay. You're good.
Impressive.
You're good. Yeah.
Impressive.
Okay, we're gonna do this like this. Okay. Now we're gonna kind of mix it up. Mix it up like this. She
This
getting her
looks
basil.
delicious.
Basil, all around in it.
Now I see you're just using a basic spoon to mix all
Basic.
this together.
Yes.
Tell me, what are the tools that I should have in my kitchen in order to be a world-class chef like yourself?
Okay, you need a good knife. You need a real good knife. You need a female spoon and a boy spoon. You know the difference.
I have no idea.
Hey,
What's the
everybody
difference?
get this confused. A female spoon is an open slotted spoon. It has the holes in it.
Okay.
The male spoon is closed.
Really?
Yes. That's how we know the difference. If I tell one of the cook, I go get me a female spoon, they know what I want. Because the female spoon is open, the spoon is open, it got slits and stuff in it. And the male spoon is closed.
I had no idea.
Most people. And another thing that you can have in your kitchen that's very good, a good tool, a knife sharpener.
Knife sharpener.
Because most people realize that one of the things that most home cooks have problems with, their knives get dull. Because they washing their knives in hot water.
Oh.
Most people don't realize you don't wash your knives in hot water.
So you should wash them in cold.
In cold water. You clean them down, scrub them down, clean them, and do not wash them in hot water.
Okay, so I have learned that I've been washing my knives wrong.
Yes.
I do not know the difference between two
Yes.
spoons. You're teaching me a lot today.
Then, most cooks at home like to use their knives on hard surfaces. Bad.
Really?
Bad, because it dulls the knife. And most time when you're cooking on a metal container or anything, you're gonna chip your knife. And if you're cutting something and the knife is already chipped, and you cut to something else and you see another chip out of it, that means the chip might be in the item that you're cutting.
Right. Wow.
You have to be very cautious of that. And I have seen it happen. One of the things that I do, and I tell my wife, so, don't use my knives. don't use my knives, because very expensive knives, and I don't want them to get messed up. And just have a knife sharpener and let's use basic sense. Don't just put your knives on, get something hard. Always have you a cutting board.
Okay.
Do you have a cutting board at home?
I have more than one cutting board at home. Now, if you asked me if I knew what to appropriately do with it, I'd be lying to you.
Okay,
but I have more than one.
Most people don't know, this is a utility board right here.
Okay.
Now, you got 4 different boards you can get. You can get the red board, that's for beef. Green board is for vegetable. Brown board is for seafood. Red board is for beef.
Okay.
And this is the basic utilities right here.
Nice.
And you don't want a cross-contamination on your boards. If you're cutting up a steak, use your red board.
So I noticed that you cut up all this wonderful fruit for this salad on this whiteboard. Is
Yes.
there anything else that we need to put in this salad?
Okay, we get ready to add some feta cheese.
Okay.
Feta cheese, oh yes. Yes, this is going to be great. Now, the best part of it I like doing the salad is that sunflower seeds.
Nice.
They give it that crunch.
Okay.
That crunch to it. Let's add a little bit of sunflower seeds to it. Yes. There we go. Now we're gonna plate up some right quick.
Well, Chef Donald, hold that thought.
Okay.
Because we need to take a quick break, but when
Okay.
we come back, let's finish up your salad.
I would love to do it.
Oh, wonderful. Be right back.
Okay.
Welcome back to AARP Connected. We're talking with our guest today, Chef Donald Nichols from Healthy Kids and Teens, and the host of our virtual cooking class, What's Cooking with AARP. So, Chef Donald, as you're putting this salad together,
Yes.
tell me this. How can we make our grocery shopping stretch? This seems like a pretty economical meal you've put together. How do we do that?
Now, one of the things that you have to realize too, when you go to the supermarket, make sure you get coupons. Coupons, you can save a whole lot. Instead of buying the name brand, go to the grocery store items, and it will save you a lot of money. One of the things I realized when I go grocery shopping for my family, and I know how to season food, and it's come out very, very inexpensive.
Yeah.
One of the things that I like to do is, okay, if I'm gonna pay this, like a dozen of eggs might cost this, the regular brand. Then you get the Kroger brand, this might be $1 off.
Well, that is great. Chef Nichols, thank you so much for joining us today. The salad looks amazing. And if you want to download today's recipe, you can go right to our website and we'll post it on Facebook as well. If you'd like to connect with AARP, we've got some fun events coming up. At the end of July, we're hosting a virtual screening of Unhoused, featuring personal stories and a look at why a solution to the affordable housing crisis is so important. You can find out more at aarp.org/TN. Stay in the know on all the latest AARP is doing in Tennessee. Connect with us on any of these popular social media sites. And if you enjoy podcasts, we will have a podcast version of each episode available wherever you download your favorite podcast content. Just hit subscribe and get notifications when new episodes are available. Well, that's all the time we have today. I hope you found our discussion interesting and valuable and delicious. I'm Mia McNeil, and thanks for being connected.